If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Coach Adam Fossett Show brought to you by the B.B. Calmer Alumni Association and the B.B. Calmer Booster Club here on a Thursday morning. And the brutal region continued at Piedmont last Friday night, and you're only down 14-0 at halftime.
Yeah, first half we came out and played well. We defensively we played very well. Offensively we ran a little trick play to open up the game, and receiver was wide open, and just, we overthrew him a little bit. But if we connect on that, who knows what happens? But going into these games, I'm very forward with the kids. I'm very honest with them. This team is a very good team. This is, and I told them Friday night, which Friday, again, I think we talked about last week, was our fifth homecoming of the season, counting our own. So, we have to kind of change we don't have a normal routine for the road games yet, because there's always something going on before the game. So, and it's not the other team's fault. It's just that's the way it is. You have you work around it and help people out. But so Piedmont, we have no normal schedule because we go out, we get there, we walk the field and check it out. They have a beautiful place. And then for warm-ups, we warm up on their practice field. So by the time we're finishing up with warm-ups, it's almost impossible to see what we're doing and everything else. But the kids handled it well. And I explained to them, I said, this is one of those things where you want to see again what a 3A juggernaut looks like, what one of the better teams in the state in 3A looks like, and how you size up to them. This is it. So I think that kind of motivated them, and they came out and played hard. Piedmont was physical, and I thought we played very physical, especially in that first half. Going into halftime, we had a couple of injuries, so we start shifting some kids around and having to move some guys around. And then we come out in the second half and kick off, and I had to, one of our seniors had to step up and kick because our other kicker, Jordan Worsley, had messed up his ankle. So Brent Beard kicks off, and he makes a good kick. I kind of put him under pressure. Said, look, and you got to kick this thing deep. But they take it back. We go 3 and out. They score on the first play of their drive. So it goes from 14 to 28 in less than 2.5 minutes into the second half. So and from there it's it starts to unravel a little bit. But at certain times in the game, we play everybody. So we played all of our kids got to play. We played a lot of our young kids. Even though we're already starting a lot of young kids, we have some other young kids that we take with us that got to play. So not only do they get those young guys, they have a JV schedule and have done well in that schedule, but we do let the ones that came to the workouts and did the things they're supposed to do over the summer, we do let them dress, we do let them travel with us.
And by the way, before going any further, congratulations to the JV team for winning the county championship.
Yeah, our JV team, they're a fun bunch. They're a feisty bunch. They go 5-1 on the year. The way the schedule worked out, ourselves and Fayetteville had a couple teams that couldn't play, so we ended up playing each other twice in the regular season. Generally you play one. We played twice, so we played Fayetteville at our place and we played them at their place. And we won at our place, they won at their place, and then we hosted them Tuesday. And it comes down to a nail biter. Like it's 6-0 at halftime, and at halftime because of the quarter rule, kids can only play 6 quarters. So it's the previous Friday to the following Tuesday. So we had kids that could only play 2 quarters. So my starting center is an 8th grader. So he played.
He's a veteran, huh?
He's a veteran. So he could only play 2 quarters on Tuesday, and it was neat to see. One, it was neat to see the kids accept the role of, hey, I'm the next guy in line. We got to lead. Let's do our job and finish out and get the win. But it's also interesting to see my coaches and I told them, I said, this is on you guys. I said, these are the quarters that these kids have, so you guys make it work. And they're like, well, you know, what do you want us to do? I said, y'all make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun to see them, you know, the wheels are turning in their head. Okay, this kid's got 2 quarters, so do I play him first and second? Do I play him second and third? You know, if I play this kid first and second, I got to play this one third and fourth because they share the same position and so forth and so on. But it was a great night. Coach Hardy and Coach Hale are the ones that run the JV for us. And Coach Hale's, he's been gone for a couple of weeks because of training with the National Guard. So Coach Hardy's kind of taking the lead role on that. So he got a nice ice cooler bath afterwards, and it was a lot of fun. So looking forward to that group continuing and getting bigger and faster and stronger and working into the varsity.
You getting back to the varsity, you know, your starting quarterback goes out earlier in the season. You bring your backup quarterback in. He goes out last Friday night, and where's your third team one at?
Our third team quarterback is either Jordan Worsley, who
was hurt.
He was hurt, and then it goes down to Cortez Harris, who Cortez is a very athletic kid. He's one of those kids that we're going to have to use a lot in the future. But it's funny, and I kind of joke around with him. This time last year, he was playing center for the JV, and he's he's pretty much a third string quarterback for us because we've had to utilize Jordan in so many different areas. Mm-hmm. And Jordan's he's one of those seniors that goes under the radar. But I was talking to him yesterday, I believe it was, and we were talking about all the positions he's played. So offensively, he's played quarterback, fullback, and then about 4 weeks ago, I said, Jordan, I really need you to play guard. Yes, sir, whatever. So whatever you need. So now he's playing guard for us. Defensively, he's played...
Former quarterback.
Yeah. Defensively, he's played Sam, Mike, and Will, linebacker spots, and now he's playing D-line for us. So he's played 6, 7, 8 different positions for us. He also punts for us. So he's one of, like I said, he's one of those guys that's under the radar. He's an unsung hero type of kid, but he does. I mean, he's there wherever you need.
I'd have a brain burn if I'm trying to keep up with all that and learning the plays and all that kind of stuff for those different positions. 42-0 loss at Piedmont on last Friday night. It is senior night against Weaver tomorrow night. We'll talk about that game right after this.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
We believe everybody should have a great night's sleep. That's why you have to check out our Scott Living mattress collection today. Quality, comfort, and a lot of ease. Dream big.
Introducing Scott Living mattresses. For a limited time, save up to $1,000 on any Scott Living mattress set, plus 24-month special financing when you buy a Scott Living mattress set. Now is the best time to save up to $1,000 on a Scott Living mattress set.
Come in today and check out these and many more great deals. King's Mattress Outlet, Sylacauga.
The Coach Adam Fossett Show brought to you by the B.B. Comer alumni and the B.B. Comer Athletic Organization. And these two groups play a pivotal role in the success of all athletics at the high school.
Yes, they do. Both of these groups have been great since day one when I walked in the doors. That they have done a lot. We've met, we've talked. One thing they asked for was communication. And I said, look, I'm OCD. I have charts and graphs and things, all that stuff. So, the communication part is huge, and they do like you said, they help all sports. So our All Sports Booster Club just recently, our volleyball team went to the area tournament in Beulah. After the tournament, they made sure that the girls were fed. They let them, paid for them to go to a sit-down restaurant and eat. Not a brown bag, not a I'll take a number one and fries and move on. But they got to sit down and eat and enjoy a meal and not be on the run. So they've helped us out immensely with football. They handle concessions at basketball and JV games, and then the alumni. I said, look, these are some needs. These are some absolute necessaries that we have to have, and they went out and went to work. So I get a random phone call from Biddy Burton, a couple months ago. Hey, this group's going to help you out, or this guy's an alumni and he's sending a check, and so forth and so on. So they've done a great job of just helping the program and helping me, and that's huge. The support system is huge because it's, this is one of those things where the total athletic program it's a building process, and it's, we talked about it during the break. It's a building process to get to where you want it to be, and that's one thing about. If you say, hey, what's the positive about this schedule that you've had to go through, and what's the positive about facing these juggernauts week in and week out, the positive is telling these kids, this is where we want to be. This is where, Piedmont last week, I said, this is where you strive to be. I said, Coach Smith didn't just show up and start winning championships. He had a couple rough years, couple bumps in the road and things like that, and him and I talked before the game, and he, because if you've never been to Piedmont, their place is beautiful. I mean, the stadium, the baseball and softball fields are right there, and it's a beautiful place. And I was just kind of asking, how did all this come about? And he said, it takes support and communication, and they have they're a city school, so they have a different money base, but still it's that support system. It's that, being able to everybody help everybody out. Because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's not about the parents. It's not about anybody that's never gonna or that's not gonna play or put on a Comer uniform. It's about the ones that are putting on that uniform now. And we appreciate the support from the ones that were there and the alumni, and there's guys all the time. I played there and so and so. I played there and so and so, and they tell me about it. I know some of the alumni just from being around here for over a decade now, but it's about the kids now, and it's about those, getting them to the next level, not collegiately, but to the next level of competitiveness.
Really, another neat thing about this, and we've looked at this several different groups down through the last 10 years or so, but with this particular group at BB Comer, the time is the cupboard is not going to be bare next year either.
Right, yeah, and that's the thing is that you have even through the situation it's in, we've won 2 ball games thus far. But even with 2 ball games, the excitement and the level of energy and everything, like in the hallways, it's just a good feel. Kids, yesterday at practice, it's been a long season. It's been a tough season. Yesterday at practice, we have a great practice. The kids are having a good time. They're getting after it. They're hitting each other. So that tells me a ton about them. It tells me a ton about their resiliency. And they get it. It's a buy-in process, and you can tell those kids are buying in. Our female athletes are buying in. They're wanting it, more and more, and you can tell too, because like I had a female athlete yesterday tell me, Coach, we got to get back in the weight room because of testing and other scheduling issues. We've missed some workout time. So they're like, we got to get back in the weight room. I'm like, I know, we're working, we're going to get you back in there. Don't worry, because I agree with that. The weight room's important, but it's cool to see a young 8th grade female athlete realize, hey, I need the weight room. So, and that's the key is making sure that they understand it. And again, it's at the end of the day, it's the kids now, and it's not just on the field; it's off the field.
Senior night tomorrow night. 9 seniors. Final game at 11 seniors. Final game at BB Comer taking on Weaver.
Yes, yeah. Weaver, you know, it's like same story, different verse. But Weaver's very good. They've got massive kids. I mean, they have size unbelievable.
Up in that area, they just seem to keep coming out with them.
I asked the chain crew at Piedmont last week. I said, "What do you feed these guys?" Like they're huge. So, but Weaver's they've got some big kids. They've got some skilled kids. So, you know, and our kids know. We watch film, and they're watching film, and they have to do installments and stuff like that they have to watch, and you know, they know, and it's not a hey, you know, this kid's bigger than you, he's gonna whoop you. It's hey, this kid's bigger than you. What do you need to do to beat him? And we talk about leverage, we talk about pad level, we talk about firing off the ball and things like that. So, and just with like terminology and knowing that terminology, you know, you can tell that it's clicking now. Mm-hmm. But now for our seniors, I don't have the time to go through all 11 guys, obviously, but all 11 guys they've laid the foundation for what's gonna happen, and I hate it that they can't
I was about to say, it's almost sad.
They can't feel the fruits of the labor now, but in a couple of years they're going to be able to say, hey, we were a part of that, and we were part of making that happen. We were the base of that, and all 11 guys are. I was thinking about it yesterday. All 11 guys are their own little characters, and they're the most diverse group of seniors I've ever had. So, but the big picture is, you know, we want to finish out the season. I tell them, you've got 8 quarters left. You've got 8 quarters of football. You've got 4 at home. So go out and be the best you can be for 4 quarters at home. And enjoy it and soak it up and enjoy that moment with your parents and things like that. So, but yeah, all 11 seniors, man, we're excited to be able to honor them tomorrow night. I'm excited to be able to play 2 more games with them and then help them with whatever they need in the future.
All right, Coach, thanks for being with us this morning. Coach Adam Fossett, the head football coach and athletic director at BB Comer. The Tigers senior night, Friday night against Weaver at the stadium, kick at 7 o'clock. More Daybreak right after this.